Hello and welcome to Win Win Women, Midlife Magic, a unique channel for unique women. Today, I am super excited to introduce to you international intuitive medium and spiritual guide, Cindy Clam Conway. Cindy is going to be talking to us today about following your soul's path and listening to your intuition. Cindy is a two-time best-selling author of From Shadows to Light, A Whole Human Approach to Mental Health, and What's Balance Got to Do with It. Cindy was born a natural psychic medium and healer, although as a child, she didn't fully understand it, but she always knew there was something around her keeping her safe. She is a certified medium and has done readings around the world. She is able to assist with the help of guides and spirits to connect her clients with those around them in this life or those who have passed to the spirit world. Cindy guides people through mediumship and through the Thinking into Results program, which we will ask Cindy more about later. But first, I would love to hear from Cindy. Thank you so much for joining us, Cindy. I'm super excited and I can't wait to see what you've got to share.
Hi, Colleen. I'm so excited. I'm literally like a kid in a candy store. I was so excited today to come on. I'm really super excited. So thank you for the opportunity. I really thank you for that.
Thank you for coming.
So why don't we get started right away with one of the biggest questions that I get asked. And honestly, it's the most common question, Colleen, is how did you know you were a medium? I didn't. I had no idea. I really had no idea. There was always something around me, like you said. Something kept me safe. Something kept me going. And I never knew what. And it really wasn't, Colleen, until I was in school. And, we were about 3 weeks into school and a new girl showed up at school. And I don't know, something told me you need to befriend her. I realize now that something was my spirit. My messages were coming through at that age. And I was told, befriend her, be her friend, be with her. So I did. So 3 or 4 months, I'm telling you, we hung out every day. We met at the doors. We walked into school together. We went to class together. We just did everything together. It was a great friendship. And then one day I showed up to school and she wasn't at the front door. Didn't really think much about it. Upstairs, I went to the classroom. And I remember so clearly walking into the classroom. And I remember this cool guy saying to me, "Hey, Cindy, where's your shadow?" Well, I wanted to be cool, so I kind of, glad she's not here. And I pulled the cool card. The minute I said that, though, Colleen, the intercom went off and it said, "Cindy Clam, come down to the office." Oh boy, you didn't want to go down to the principal's office in my day, because I'm telling you, that meant the strap. Do you remember that?
I do.
Like, oh my gosh. But so I'm petrified. I'm walking down to the office to get strapped. I have no idea what I'm getting strapped for, but I had it convinced in my mind. And I sat down and the principal, and he was a wrestler. To top it all off, this great big man is sitting there. And he told me that my friend had died. I was shocked and I just lost it. And I was 100% convinced I killed her with my bad words. Oh my God, they sent me home and I cried and I cried and I cried for 2 days, Colleen. I didn't stop crying. All I could think about is murdering someone. How could I murder someone? I was young and very naive, needless to say. But the second night, I was sitting on my bed, bawling my eyes out, and my friend that just passed away showed up. She showed up just like you and I are sitting here, and we started talking, and it wasn't weird. It wasn't uncomfortable. It just seemed normal. It just seemed 100% normal. And we sat there for hours, and we talked and we laughed until I finally had to apologize to her. And I literally looked her in the eye, and I remember it so clearly, and telling her, "I'm so sorry." And she says, "What are you sorry for?" And I said, "I'm sorry I killed you." And the expression, she was just taken back. She goes, "You didn't kill me." And I said, "Yes, I did. I said some bad words and I killed you." Totally convinced of this calling, 100%. She went on to explain that I did not kill her. She said, "I was driving in my car. I took the curve too sharp. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. And I rolled the car 3 or 4 times and I got thrown from the car. That's what killed me, Cindy." Then all of a sudden I got this calmness over. My tears dried up and I wasn't a mess anymore. Not long after that, she just faded away. Everything was fine. I felt great. I understand the comfort people get from me after a reading because I received that comfort. The next day was the funeral. And I thought I did really well until I saw the parents. When I saw the parents, my heart broke, absolutely broke. And I went up to them. And I'll tell you, as a little girl, that took me a lot of confidence to build up to go and talk to them. I went and introduced myself to them. And they were so happy to see me. The thing that I didn't realize is my friend went home every night and talked about me, talked about all the wonderful things we did. Cindy and I did this, Cindy that, Cindy this. So they were hoping they would have the opportunity to meet with me. So for them, it was very good that they saw me. For me, it wasn't. It really wasn't. So I had to tell them, I said, "I'm so sorry." And they looked at me kind of confused and they said, leaning down to me, "Why are you sorry, Cindy?" And I said, "I'm sorry I killed your daughter." And they said, "No, you didn't." And I said, "Yes, I did. I said bad words and I killed your daughter." And I'll never forget, I'm getting goosebumps right now, their arms around me, supporting me and saying, "No, you didn't." And they took me to a corner to explain to me what had happened with them. So obviously they didn't know their daughter was in a car accident until the RCMP knocked on their door. Showed up at their door to explain that she was in a car accident, she had passed. They explained to her what they believe happened. They believe she took the curve too sharp. They believe her car rolled 3 or 4 times and she was thrown from her vehicle. I thought, that's really strange. That's just what she told me last night. And you're telling me the same thing, but still no connection as to how I would get those messages, how I would sit down with someone that's passed and be able to communicate with them. But I knew right then, again, that calmness came over me and I knew I was going to be okay. And I knew everything was going to be all right. I really, truly did. I also realized I had a gift and it's a special, special gift. No idea what to use it, where to share it, what to do with it. But I knew I had a gift. I really, truly did. And it took me a while to come into that and figure out how to use it properly. Really, really, truly. So finding your soul's path, that's an interesting one. It is, how can I tell you, glorious, happy. When you find your soul's path for what you're supposed to be doing on this earth, it is, you won't find a drug that will get you as high. I can guarantee you that. I want you guys all to find your soul's path. And it's simple. It's simple. Don't make it hard. Don't try to make it difficult. I honestly believe listening to your intuition, your soul's path goes hand in hand. They go together, they walk together, and they work together so well. Your soul's path is what you're passionate about, what you love to do, what wakes you up in the morning excited and happy, and who you share it with. That's part of your soul's path. It truly, truly is. I was doing really great. 2020, everything is going great for me. I was helping people. I was doing readings every day and healing and guiding people. But something was missing and I didn't know what. So I meditated. I asked God. And sometimes I'm very blunt with God. He's very patient with me, Colleen. He really is. Because I was blunt and I said, okay, what do you want from me? How can I serve you better? With this beautiful gift you gave me, what can I do to get better? So I meditated. Well, I'm telling you, this is probably one of the best, well, it's one of my favorite messages. I was told to go to the mountains. Well, geez, that's tough. Who doesn't want to go to the mountains? Like I live right next door to the Rocky Mountains and it's beautiful. So I loaded my 2 dogs up in a trailer and I headed to the mountains. I went to the mountains for 3 weeks, me and my dogs, and we meditated for 3 weeks. And I literally asked, what do you want from me? Where do you want me to go? Show me the signs. I always get signs. So I knew they were coming. So some of the messages I did receive were very clear and very, very, very concise. One of the messages I read is go forward and heal people. I am doing that, and I will continue to do that. I know I will, and I know it's a gift. The other one was use your gift for the greatest good. And I do every day. I truly do. The third message I found quite interesting, and I didn't fully understand, but I didn't question it. It was guide people to the path of a happy life. Show them love and peace is available for them. I thought, that's interesting. I wonder how that's going to play out in the whole scheme of things. So I went home from camping, 2 weeks at home, no signs. That doesn't work for me. I'm very impatient. And normally when I ask, I get my results rather quickly. I didn't get my results. Well, I live in Calgary. I was heading to Edmonton. So I got on the road, got onto the highway, and I'm driving. There I go, being blunt with God again. It's okay. I've been really patient with you. I gave you 3 weeks of my life. I gave you 2 more weeks. You've shown me no sign. You need to show me a sign this weekend. I've lost my patience with you. And then I let go. And I knew I was going to get a sign. I put it out there, and I knew I was going to get a sign. Well, didn't I get a sign? I'll tell you. It was the most amazing sign. I pull up into the hotel in Edmonton. Pull into the parking lot. The lady that's parked in front of me, I looked up and I saw her, and I swear to God, she had a smile that was this big. It was just beautiful. So I am that person that will go up to you and acknowledge that. So I went to her car, and she rolled down her window very cautiously and kind of leaned this way, and she goes, hi. And I said, hi. I said, I just wanted to tell you, I said, you have a beautiful smile. And she looked back and she just started laughing. She said, that is so funny. When I saw you, I was thinking the same thing. So, how long did that take me? 30 seconds. But it was just a wonderful time for me. Like I always feel good when I do that. I really, really, truly do. We talked for maybe another minute, and off I went. Went to the hotel that next morning and having my coffee, and I'm out on the deck drinking away. Oh, and I'm feeling really good. And I look down at my car, and there's something on my car, something tied on my car. And I look over, and there's my sticker that says I'm a guest at this hotel. And shit. They're going to tow my car. They must have tagged me for the tow truck. So I go running downstairs. I literally run into the same lady that I met into the parking lot. And she says, I was hoping to find you. And I said, come with me. So I'm telling her to go like this, and I'm scooting along trying to get to my car before it gets towed. And she goes, where are we going? And I said, well, they're going to tow my car. We got to get going. They're going to tow my car. And she goes, why do you think they're towing your car? I said, because they tagged it, because I didn't put mine. I got my sticker here. I said, I didn't put this in my car. And she says, oh, are you talking about the green bag on your car? And I said, yeah. And I stopped for a second, not figuring what the heck. She said, oh, that was me. And I said, oh, okay, then I'm really confused. Why did you put a green bag on my car? And she goes, well, you're going to think I'm kind of strange. She said, but I did that for you. And I went, I don't think I will think that at all, but go ahead, tell me. She says, well, a few months ago, she said, I was talking to God, and I said, God, I need a book. I need something that's going to help me, that's going to guide me. I don't know what I want. I'm coming to you to help. She said, I went out that day and I drove around. And she said, next thing you know, I'm at Chapters. She said, so I walked into Chapters. She said, I walked around, and she said, I just knew the right book was going to find me. She said, and it did. The book found me. She said, I remember reaching for that book and pulling it out and looking up and going, is this the one? And then I heard, she said, get 2 books. You will find a person that needs this book. And she said, when God talks to me, I listen. I felt like saying, me too. But I let her tell her story. So she buys the 2 books. She gets home. She said it ended up in a pile with all the other stuff. She said, until this morning, I'm packing up my suitcase to come to Edmonton. And I thought, oh, I should grab that book. I've got time. I can be able to read it. She said, I go walking over to the pile, and she said, it almost falls out. Still in the original bag. And I heard, take both books. You're going to find the right person that needs the books. So she said, I packed them in my bag, my suitcase. And she says, this morning when I was packing to get ready to leave, I was told, you know who this person is. Give her the book. She said, so I did. I put it in the bag and I tied it onto your car. Well, she wrote the most beautiful note in there. I could almost cry, but it was just an absolutely beautiful note. The book was called Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I thought, oh, great, it's one of those multi-level marketing things. Ugh, I'm not interested in that. But I took the time to read the book. Think and Grow Rich is about thinking, setting your mind to grow rich. It wasn't a money scheme like I thought. So that's what introduced me to Bob Proctor. And in my opinion, Bob Proctor is one of the most amazing personal growth coaches ever. So I followed him. I got involved on the course. I got somewhat mentored by him before he passed away. And it literally changed my life. It was mind blowing, but literally, it's so funny because someone's over there and something's happening and planning, but I'm over here going, okay, when am I going to get my signs? Where are things going to happen? And the belief, it happens. You have to have belief. You really, 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 really do. How do you find your soul's path? I get that question asked a lot. Well, how do you know? Well, how do you know? You don't until you start digging. It's an inside job. It's not something you can ask someone else to help you with. It's an inside job. You got to work on it yourself. You got to look deep inside. You got to take a blameless autopsy. Don't judge yourself. Just look at yourself. Release what no longer serves you. It really is a simple process. Don't make it difficult, but look at yourself. Have a clear mind. Clear your mind from stuff that no longer serves you. There's so much stuff up here that is not serving us that we can let go. Once we have a clear mind, it's much easier to create a clear path. Does that make sense, Colleen?
Absolutely.
We get way, way, way too busy up here. You know, another question people ask me when I talk about the soul's path, they go, well, I don't know what my soul's path is. I wish somebody would have told me what my soul's path was. Well, here's my belief, and here's the vision I see, and I know I'm a little twisted. I believe when we're born, smack right on our butt, our soul's path given to us. When we look inside, we will find what we were meant to do on this. And it's not getting up every day, going to work at a terrible job that you can't stand, coming home to a wife or a husband that you can't stand. That's not life. Your soul's path is full of happiness and joy and abundance. It truly is. We get messages every day as to where to go, how to get there, but the majority of us don't listen. They just don't listen. And you know, a lot of people too, when I talk to them, I say, you're getting messages. Nope, I don't get messages. Not me. Okay, you know what? I call BS on that. Because how many times, Colleen, have you heard someone say something like this? Oh shit, you know, I knew I shouldn't have gone there. Something inside of me told me I shouldn't have gone. Now look at the position I'm in. Oh my God. Could you imagine if we listened to our intuition or to our guides that told us to do A, B, or C? How much heartache we would save? How much pain we wouldn't carry? So listen to your intuition. Your intuition is 24/7. It doesn't take a break, ever. It's there to protect us and it's there to guide us. You have to believe. You really have to believe. Sometimes just finding your soul's path is just asking, what do you want? What do you want me to do? Now that's the easy part. Asking, I can ask 100 questions just like that. What do you want? Where do you want me to go? I could ask those questions. The tough part, if you want to make it tough, I'm not a believer in making things tough. Listen. Listen carefully. Don't get it cloudy. You know, if you ask, should I buy the red car? And you hear yes, don't go, oh my God, I think I'm going to go with a blue car. I think that's the direction I should go. Like, my goodness, we have this natural ability to create anything we want and desire in this world, but yet we doubt ourselves. And I'm not a believer in that at all. So when you're getting cloudy on your soul's path, not sure which direction you're going, ask for help, and then listen. Open these up and listen really, really, really carefully. One of the things you need to do, and people don't like this part, you need to change. You need to change in order to be better. The results you're getting today aren't the results you want with most people. And I mean most people. They will bitch and whine, but they won't make a change. When you make a decision to change, everything comes into play. Everything is aligned for you, and it starts coming in for you, for your better good. Always, 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 always. I believe we can create a life that we want and desire. I believe we have that ability. And now that I've been studying Bob Proctor for the last 2 years, every day, I know I can create what I want and what I desire. It's all in the mind. It's all in understanding your mind. But, very often we let other people dictate how we feel, how we act. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You know what? Again, it's an inside job. At the end of the day, I'm the only person looking back at the mirror, the only person looking back at the mirror. But very often we do things like, geez, I'd really like a new car. Oh man, and we start thinking about that new car, but what happens? You can't get a new car. What do you mean? You don't have enough money. You've got bills. We start creating all this doubt in our mind. Doubt's a dick. It really is. And he comes with his best friend, fear. Doubt and fear chum around together and they come on over here. You can't do that. Come on over here. And they try to bring us down. Rise above them. Rise above doubt. Because doubt is so prevalent in our life, and I really wish it wasn't. But, just the doubt, like if I went to you, Colleen, and said, hey, I'm thinking about buying a car. I don't think you would say, you can't do that. What are you, stupid? You have no money. You would never, ever, ever say that to me. You'd be excited. What kind of car are you going to buy? Do you know? And you would ask me all these questions. I know you would. So stop doing that to ourselves. I can't doesn't work for me. I can. Oh my gosh, does that work for me? But having a T at the end of there, that doesn't work for me at all. Drop that T. Every opportunity you get, drop that T. I believe everything we want and desire is inside of us. In one form or another, it's inside of us, whether it be from a previous life or the life that we're living today and all the wonderful knowledge and education we've got it inside of us. It's just digging deep inside of it, inside of us, creating what we want in our mind. Our mind is an instrument of our body. Our mind tells our body what to do. So let's start planting the right seeds. Plant the seeds of abundance and success and happiness. Plant those seeds instead of doubt and lack. It's not getting you anywhere at all. It really is not. This is one of my most favorite sayings in the whole world. It's by Steve Bow, and he says, God's gift to you is more talent and ability than you will ever use in one lifetime. Your gift to God is to develop and utilize as much of that talent and ability you can in this lifetime. I just find that very, 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 very powerful. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to make a decision. I make a decision for happiness every day. I wake up happy and I go to bed happy. At least I try. I'm human, but I set myself up for freedom, for success, and for happiness and abundance. And it flows to me like the fastest river you've ever seen. It comes to me because I deserve it. I work hard and I set my mind up for success. I really set my mind up for success. And I believe everybody here can set their mind up for success. What we plant in here is what grows. Don't plant a poisonous plant in there. Plant everything good, everything good and wonderful. You know, doubt has spoiled more dreams in this world than anything else. It really has. There's so many dreams that we have had and we've doubted ourselves. Move past that. Get inspired. Get into a high vibration. Be happy. You know what? If you're not happy today, make a decision to be happy. Take your control back today. Control you and don't let anybody else tell you what you should, how you should, and what you should be doing. It really is an inside job. It truly is. Put it out there. The law of attraction, the law of vibration, it comes back. It comes back strong. So, you know, oftentimes people frustrate me with Mondays. I love Mondays. I've just rested all weekend. It's a great day to start a great week. I love Mondays, but I have people that despise Mondays. Mondays are crappy. Everything goes bad on Mondays. Blah, 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 blah. And you know what? They're 100% right. Their Mondays suck every Monday. Mine don't, but that's what they put out there, and that's exactly what they got back. So we have to make sure what we're doing, we're planting the right things. It's just so vitally important. Bob Proctor said this. He says, you know what? If you can hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. It's true. I think it, I believe it, and I do it every day. If you only saw what came into my hands on a daily basis, it would blow your mind. It really, truly will. But do what you want to do. Don't do what your spouse wants you to do. Don't do what your parents want you to do. Do what you want to do. Find the passion in you. Get into that high vibration. That's when all the great and wonderful things happen, when you're vibrating so high. It really does. You know that, Colleen. You know what it's like to vibrate high. It's wonderful. I choose high vibration. I make a choice. When I'm feeling the yuckness coming in, I make that decision to stop it. No, not today. You can go away, but I don't want it. I really do choose happiness. I believe today, more than any day, that we have to start filling our cup with positivity and gratitude. If we've got a full cup of positivity and gratitude, there's no room for negativity. There's no room for anything else. So make sure you're vibrating high. Make sure you're filling your cup. Make sure you're helping your fellow man. Reach out. Give them a hand up. Look at them. See them. Hear them. There's a lot of people that have a lot to say, and we walk by them. Take time. You know, there isn't a better high than helping somebody else out. There isn't. You know, I used to have for my kids every day was on their little sticker chart was do one kind thing for everybody. Could you imagine, Colleen, if everybody in this world did one kind thing for everybody every day? The ripple effect would be a tsunami. But you know what? We have that choice. We honestly have that choice to make a happy, abundant life. I believe that with every ounce of me. I honestly do. And, you know, going through this Bob Proctor program and the way it was aligned for me without me even knowing, when I was getting impatient and angry with God for not giving me the answers I wanted, I just had to be patient. And you know what, be patient. And I'm not talking be patient for 3 years because it doesn't take that long. Manifest things, put it out there, and it comes back. It is mind blowing. You know, some of my clients, the changes they've seen in their life, whether it be through a reading, the release they get to be able to communicate with a loved one, to get those questions answered that they longed for. It's amazing. I always say, I wish I could take a picture of you, the first part of the reading, and then a picture after. It's not the same person. And I know that comfort you feel from when my friend told me that I didn't kill her. I know that comfort, and it is mind blowing. It's mind blowing. It's a great life, and I want everybody to have a great life. And it's possible. It really, really, really is possible. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe.
Well, thank you, Cindy, so very much. If people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way?
The best way probably is on my Facebook page. My company is Above the Clouds .medium, or through my email at cindykc@telus.net. I would love to hear people's goals. I would love to hear people have their goals written down, if they're looking at them and if they're living them. Because if you don't, they're just wishes. They're just hopes. They really are. You got to write it down. It's got to be in front of you. You got to have something to shoot for every day, every week, and every month, and every year.
This has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now I'm going to end the recording.